Look at this beautiful website. From the front, it looks really good. But if we check the page speed score, it's 58 and that's pretty low. Now, watch this. If we do a little bit of magic, the score jumps to 96, which is honestly great. Now, why should you even care about this? Because when a WordPress website is slow, people usually don't wait, they just leave. So, even if your site looks amazing, it can still quietly cost you traffic, trust, and sales. And the worst part is, a lot of people think fixing speed is complicated or expensive or something only developers can do. But that's not true. You do not need paid plugins, you do not need custom code, and you do not need to overcomplicate it. This is something we do all the time for client websites. And in this video, I'm going to show you the exact step-by-step process I used to speed optimize a WordPress website using free plugins only. And to keep this practical, I'm not doing this on some tiny demo site. I'm doing it on a real e-commerce website. So you can follow the same process on your own website or use it for your client websites too. This is a fully functional e-commerce website. I have just installed a fresh WordPress and installed an e-commerce template from kitninja.com. By the way, KitNinja has a huge collection of modern, ready-to-use e-commerce sites. And yes, if you need any ready e-commerce website for your client, you can grab that from here. For this tutorial, I'm doing it on this e-commerce website, but you can follow the same procedure with any existing WordPress website to score 90 plus on Google. Let's now check the live score of this site at this moment using PageSpeed Insights. So first of all, we need to copy our URL from here and let's open a new tab. Let's search PageSpeed Insights and open the tools. Enter your website URL, click on Analyze, and it analyzes your page on both mobile and desktop. As you can see, the performance isn't great. The mobile score is 66 and the desktop score is 79, and both are pretty low. Now let's see how can bring page speed style speed data right into your WordPress admin. Just let's go to the WordPress. So from here, I want to go to the WordPress dashboard. Just go to the plugins, add new plugin, and let's search Auto Optimize. Click on Install Now and then Activate. Then we need to install two plugins. The first one, let's search the first one is LiteSpeed Cache. And click on Install Now as the same process. Then after installing this LiteSpeed Cache, click on Activate. And finally, the last one, let's search WP Speed. And we get it in here, click on Install Now. And finally, Activate. Once everything is activated, we will go through the setting one by one later to fix the issues shown in PageSpeed Insights. Remember, Google Speed isn't magic, it's just real-time data about how fast and stable your site feels. Let's start with the plugin LiteSpeed Cache, and inside the LiteSpeed Cache, hover over on General, click on General option. Let's turn it to the General setting. Now let's follow the setting like automatically upgrade, enable it, then the guest mode. Let's enable the guest mode. If you turn on this option, it will create a pre-cached version of your website. New version who are not logged in will see this cached version, while the original content is updated in the background. Once that's done, go ahead and click on Save Changes. Inside the LiteSpeed cache, click on Cache section, and here you will see several caching options available. Let's customize a few of them. First, turn off the option Cached Login Users. If you turn on this option, it will show cached versions to logged in users like admins, authors, and editors. That's why we should turn this option off and leave the rest of the setting as there. Then scroll down and click on Save Changes. Let's now turn to the TTL tab. No changes needed here, so we will leave everything as it is. Now it's time to click on Purge tab and enable the Purge All On upgrade. If you turn on this option, the cache will automatically be cleared whenever you update the theme, plugins, or WordPress core. And then make the All Page box selected or marked. Okay, let's scroll down and don't forget to click on Save Changes. Let's turn to the Excludes tab after the Purge tab. And as the same TTL, no changes needed here, so we will leave everything as it is. And finally, let's go to the Advanced tab, scroll down, and you can see Improve HTTP/HTTPS compatibility. Turn this on from here. Turning on this option helps manage cache separately for HTTP and HTTPS. If you use both, it can reduce cache-related issues. Let's check out the performance after the little setting. Is there any improvement? Okay, let's go to the PageSpeed Insight. Click on this and let's put the URL again. Click on Analyze. And now let's see the scenery. Same website, same code. But after this setting, Google suddenly started to calling it fast. Hey, let's go to our dashboard and now let's play with the image optimization. First of all, let's turn it to the image optimization setting and scroll down. Make the change of next gen image format as WebP. Scroll down and make the changes on WebP/AVIF for extra src set and enable it. Turn this on to show all images in WebP or AVIF format. Turn it off to convert only images uploaded through WordPress. Turn this on to show all images in WebP or AVIF format. Turn it off to convert only images uploaded through WordPress. And we need to change the next gen image format as WebP, and this actually helps images load faster. Now scroll down and click on Save Changes. Now it's time to turn to the page optimization from the LiteSpeed cache panel and simply enable the CSS Minify option. Scroll down and turn off the CSS combined external and inline. Alright, if you set this option to swap, the text will first show in the browser's default font and then switch to the customer font once it loads. Then, as the same, click on Save Changes. Now, turn on the JS setting and turn on JS Minify, but turn off JS combined external and inline. Now scroll down and here you can see load JS default. Let's make it as default. If you set this to default, the JavaScript will load after the page. First the page loads, then the JavaScript. Then click on Save Changes. And one thing, I didn't rewrite the site. I just turned on the right switches and the score jumped like a cheat code. Now turn on to the HTML setting from the JS setting and turn on HTML Minify and DNS preface control. Turn this one to let the browsers load linked files before the page loads, making the page load faster. And now just scroll down and turn on the remove query strings. Then enable the last two options, remove WordPress emoji, remove no script tags. And finally, don't forget to click on Save Changes. This time for media setting And let's enable lazy load images and then scroll down, click on Save Changes. Click on the VPI tab, turn on Viewport Image and then click on Save Changes. Now, let's click on the Localization tab and turn on the first two options like the Gravatar Cache and the Gravatar Cache cron. And then, don't forget to click on Save Changes. Finally, it's time to customize Auto-Optimize option, and you can find it inside the setting, and here you can see the Auto-Optimize, right? Okay. And first, let's check the aggregate JS files. Yes, I wanna mark it. Then again check also aggregate inline CS and I wanna mark it. Okay. Then scroll down and finally click on Save Changes. Next, let's scroll up. Let's go to the LiteSpeed cache again. And here you can see the extra tab. Let's click on this extra. And finally, we can see the combine and link deferred in head, right? Okay. Then scroll down, click on Save Changes. And now, let's confirm some other options. No worries, I'm here. Stay with me. Like, let's go to the LiteSpeed cache again. Open the cache. Let's go to the browser tabs from here. And first of all, we can see the browser cache. Let's enable it and make it Save Changes. Let's go to the image optimization again. And let's turn it to the image optimization setting. Scroll down. Here you can see optimize image sizes. Let's check out all of the sizes has been marked. And then preserve exif/xmp data and let's make it off. Then the next gen images WebP, you know about this. Click on Save Changes. And now let's go to the page optimization option. From here, scroll down and here you can see inline CSS and I wanna disable it from here. Finally, click on Save Changes. Actually, for getting the best performance, I went through the settings again. And then let's click on WP Speed Cache. And here you can see Clear Cache. Also, don't forget to click on this Save Changes. And finally, click on this, make it Purge All. And now, let's check out the speed in the same site. So, let's go to the PageSpeed Insights and click on this. Let's put the URL again. Click on Analyze. Great! And what can you see here? In the mobile mode, the performance is 94 and the desktop mode as 97. Here you can see two others option and there is no improvement. Don't worry, if you want to improve the SEO, there is a video in our channel. Let's check out this. And also for your advantage, I will put the link in the description below. So, this is why modern web development is not just about design. It's about speed, stability, and user trust. No matter how fast your site is, if your network is from the dial-up era, you are still stuck in the buffering limbo. Enjoy the achievement for now. Bye-bye.